You're about to watch a short film about how Avon and Wiltshire Mental Health Partnership NHS Trust lets people know about research they could take part in. We'll call ourselves AWP for short. We are showing you this film because we are interested in finding out how you would prefer to find out about research. This should take no more than about 10 minutes. AWP have a research and development team, or R&D. This team oversees and supports all mental health and dementia research studies across our trust. This research helps us understand, manage and treat mental health conditions, including addictions and memory problems. The aim is to find better ways to treat these conditions and improve the quality of life for service users and carers. What might research actually involve? Well, there are many different research studies going on in the Trust. These can involve things like talking to a researcher about your experiences, trying a new medication, or filling out some questionnaires. If you're interested in taking part in a research study, such as Lee here, you'd first get given some information about the study to read. You'd always get lots of time to think about what might be involved, ask questions and talk it through with your friends or family. If you're still interested, a research nurse would invite you to a screening visit to check you understand what is involved and make sure that you're happy to take part. They would also make sure you are suitable or eligible. This is because studies often have very strict guidelines of who can take part, for example, things like age or having a specific diagnosis. To confirm you're happy to go ahead, you'd be asked to sign a consent form before being enrolled into the study. Sometimes it's not possible for everyone to take part because of the strict study guidelines. If you're not suitable, you can always try again for a different study in the future. Would you consider taking part in research? So how do we let you know about research in the first place? Well, at the moment there are two approaches and we're going to tell you a bit about them. This is Jo. Jo is a research nurse working for the R&D team. Jo has two ways she can let you know about research. Jo can approach the clinical team and ask them to identify people they care for who might be suitable for studies and might like to take part. This is the most common approach in the NHS and is sometimes called the clinician-led approach. Jo can also identify people using the Everyone Included approach. Everyone Included identifies everyone across all teams in AWP who might be suitable to take part in research. This involves doing electronic searches of medical records using keywords based on the study guidelines. People identified by the searches can then be sent a letter about the studies they might be able to take part in. These letters are always sent by the R&D team. So let's focus on the clinician-led approach. Jo, the research nurse, approaches Dr. Sam Lewis, who is a psychiatrist. She asks if anyone on his caseload might be suitable and might like to take part in a research study. Sam finds a few people. One of these is Lee. Once Sam has given his permission, Jo can let Lee know about the study. Sam can also tell Lee about the study himself if he would prefer. They can tell Lee about the study directly or post him detailed information. Using this approach, it is the clinician that chooses if a service user, like Lee, finds out about the study. The good things about the clinician-led approach are that because your care team know about you and your history, they might have a good idea if you are likely to be suitable for a study based on the strict study guidelines. Your care team may also be able to talk with you directly about a study and what might be involved. However, we also know that care teams are very busy and might not have time to look and see if you're suitable. They may also forget to tell you about a research opportunity during appointments. The key point about this approach is that it is your care team that decides if you are informed about research. Okay, now let's briefly talk about the other approach, Everyone Included. Everyone Included gives everyone the chance to find out about research. This means that all service users, like Lee, will automatically receive information about suitable research through the post unless they tell us they would prefer not to. Anyone can opt out at any time, and opting out is easy. If you receive a letter and you are interested in the study, you can contact the study team and let them know if you want to take part. If you are not interested, you can ignore the letter and nothing else will happen. We will always start by sending you an introduction letter. This tells you what to expect and also explains how to opt out if you prefer not to receive information about research. Choosing to stop receiving information through Everyone Included is easy. You can contact the R&D department in AWP by phoning the Everyone Included team, posting back the free post reply slip included with every letter, or talking to your clinician. You can also email the Everyone Included team or use the No Thanks form on the AWP Trust website. So how does Everyone Included work? Jo first gets permission to use Everyone Included from the R&D manager. She then contacts the IT department and asks them to run a search based on keywords matching the study guidelines. This is to make sure that letters are only sent to people who might be able to take part. The search is done automatically on medical records stored on the computer system. This means that records are not searched in person. The search is returned to the Everyone Included team, who send out the letters on Jo's behalf. All letters are logged in the medical records so that the clinical team can see what has been sent. Lee receives a letter about a research study through Everyone Included. If Lee is interested, it is now up to him to get in contact with Jo and let her know he might like to take part. The key point is that through the Everyone Included approach, service users choose for themselves to find out more. Some good things about Everyone Included are that if you might be suitable for the study, based on the keyword search, you decide for yourself to find out more. You don't have to wait for your clinical team. This also means you might be more likely to be informed about the research study. However, because the search is based on keywords, you might not be suitable to take part, as these searches may not be as accurate as your clinical team who know more about you. Also, you might not be interested in the study. If you are not, you can ignore the letter and nothing further will happen. The key point about this approach is that if you are identified by Everyone Included, you choose to find out more. So this is all the information we were keen to tell you about. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We now have some questions for you too. Thank you for watching.